And good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Winnikins. We're at Assumption School as we get ready for this evening's Assumption Messiah Lutheran girls basketball game. Things will be starting here in just a couple minutes, and then we'll get things underway. Have a couple games for you tonight, and then we'll have more Assumption more Assumption basketball as well tomorrow, and on Friday too. So 16 minutes up on the clock here for the first half. And as always, we'll have a running clock with the COVID situation. No jump ball. They'll just have an inbound pass to start the game. And throughout the evening, we'll be thanking our sponsors, our sports sponsors. Please thank them. They make our live streams possible, including Martin Transport of Mondovi, celebrating their 75th anniversary this year. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. And the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. And they are your authorized location for monuments from Lifetime Memorials. So Savannah Quaid to inbound it. And Messiah will be coming right at us, and she inbounds it to Gwyneth Gergel will come over across the timeline. Bounce pass down to Rosendahl on the wing. Inside now to Quaid. Quaid puts it up and in. And so bringing up court will be Hoyt for the Royals. Hoyt across the timeline now. Bounce pass over to Paschal. Paschal now looking for someone inside, finds that person inside. That is Lamb. Lamb, though, tries to drive in, can't do it, loses the ball. And now another loose ball and a whistle and a foul. So the ball will go back to Messiah, and Rail will inbound it. And she inbounds it now to Gergel, who will come across the timeline. And stays at center court. Messiah leads 2-0 here in this first half. Over to Rail now. Rail on the left wing. Back over to center. That's Rosendahl now. Rosendahl to Scherbel. Scherbel now tries to get in, but stolen. Ball stolen by number 31, which I don't have on my sheet of roster. So over to the wing now. I think that's Mailing, and now whistling a travel. So we'll go back to Messiah Lutheran, and they'll come back up court right towards us. Across the timeline now comes Gergel. Gergel from the free throw line. Shot put up, no good. Rebounded by Quaid. Quaid on the left baseline. Looking for some help, gets it off to the corner, back out to the wing now, to the top of the key. They'll reset the offense. That's Gergel to reset the offense. Bounce pass now onto the right wing, goes out of bounds. Pass intended for Rail. It'll go back to the Royals. And inbounding it, number 13, Brielle Paschal. Inbounds it to Hoyt, who'll bring it up court. And across the timeline, ball nearly stolen, but saved into the wing. And now over to Lamb. Lamb on the left baseline. She's going to try to drive in. Whoop, loses the ball. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. Now driving in is Paschal. She'll drive in, puts up the shot, up and in. So we're tied at 2. And coming up court now is Gergel. She'll come across the timeline for Messiah. Messiah Lutheran, again we're tied. Gergel now will try to drive inside, nearly loses the ball. Bounce pass over to Quaid. Quaid comes back out towards center court. Quaid now over to Rail on the left wing. She'll come down to the free throw line, puts up the shot, no good. Loose ball, coming up with it is the Royals. And back the other way is Hoyt. Quickly back the other way, and she'll come down to the right wing, loses the ball, and a jump ball. It'll stay with the Royals. Tied at 2, clock running down to 12:15 left here in the first half. And bounce pass inside to Lamb. Lamb puts it up and in. She's wide open. They didn't see her on the defense. And an easy basket for Assumption, leading now 4-2. Across the timeline comes Gergel. Gergel across the timeline at center court. Bounce pass now on to the left wing to Rosendahl. Rosendahl tries to get it inside. Whistling a foul. Foul will be, I think, on Lamb. A few more changes here. Bella Oth coming in. Number 54, Chloe Gunderson coming in. And so inbounded now to Gergel. Gergel puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by the Royals. And Royals bring it back up across the timeline. Shot put up, no good. And it'll be saved, but saved back to Assumption and then knocked out of bounds. It's going to be off of Wayne, the last person it's off of. And so it'll go back to Messiah Lutheran. 4-2. Assumption leads. And Messiah Lutheran now to bring it up court. And that will be Gergel to bring it up court. And Gergel now passes intercepted. Intercepted by Wayne. Wayne back the other way, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by the Royals, shot put up, no good. Now a loose ball coming right back at us. Oh, travel. It's number 45 trying to make the stop. That was pretty good, right? She's trying not to go over the timeline. And she ended up sliding across the timeline. That's travel. And so we'll go back to Messiah Lutheran. Across the timeline comes Gergel. Gergel now. Bounce pass intercepted. Intercepted by Gunderson. Gunderson back the other way. Gunderson now trying to, a nice job, and it's a jump ball. And so we'll go back to Messiah Lutheran. Assumption leads 4-2. Inbounded to Gergel. Across the timeline now comes Gergel. Ball knocked out. They're going to call whistle and a foul on Bella Oth. And so Emma Larson to inbound it. Inbounded to Gwyneth Gergel, and she'll come down to the wing. Hands it off to Larson. Larson now bounce pass over to Nolander. Nolander now loses the ball and whistle and a travel. On the steal, that was Bella Oth. Again, she was on the ground when she got it. Couldn't get the pass off before traveling. So across the timeline comes Gergel. Gergel whistling a foul. So inbounding it will be Kaylee Gergel now to our left. Gergel, bounce pass inside to Gwyneth Gergel, and she'll get it back out to the left wing, back out on the outside now to the top of the key. Back towards center court. And Over to Nolander. Nolander now in the left wing. Bounce pass now to Gergel. That's Kaylee Gergel. Turnaround shot, no good. Loose ball and saved by the Royals, but it's a loose ball coming back the other way, and coming up with it is Nolander. Nolander bounce pass to Kaylee Gergel. She'll put up a shot, no good. And rebounded by the Royals. And so Chloe Gunderson will bring it up court for Assumption, leading 4-2, 7:48 remaining in that first half. Over to Auth now. Auth on the right baseline. Back out to center court. Now inside. Over to Auth. Puts up a shot. No good. Another shot put up. No good. Loose ball. Assumption comes up with it. Gunderson now in the lane. Kicks it back out to Auth. Auth over to Gunderson. She'll drive in from the right wing. Passes it off to number 25. Shot put up and good. And so Gwyneth Gergel now will come up across the timeline. 7 minutes remaining here in the half. Gergel at center court. Bounce pass over to Hoyt. Now turnaround jumper shot, no good. Rebounded by Schreiner back, and she'll have her pass intercepted though. Intercepted by the Royals. Come across the timeline now. Over to Gunderson. Gunderson to Auth. Auth will try to drive inside, whistling a foul on number 11, Gwyneth Gergel. All right, we have Addie Auth coming in now. Looks like Lucy Hoyt coming back in. Kira Lee also coming in now for Assumption. 6-2 Royals lead, and Royals have the ball. Bounce pass inside, shot put up, no good. Loose ball, still a loose ball, and coming up with it is Messiah Lutheran, and that is Gwyneth Gergel. It's down to the top of the key, whistle and a carry. Now we get a whole bunch of changes for Messiah Lutheran as well. Savannah Quaid coming in. Emma Larson also coming back in. Number 31, Delaney Scherbel also coming back in. Across the timeline comes Hoyt. Hoyt puts up the shot in the lane and gets the shooter's roll. 8-2 now, Assumption. And to bring it up court now, Savannah Quaid for Messiah Lutheran. Over to Rail. Rail on the wing now comes to the top of the key into the lane. Passes it back out to Quaid. Quaid left baseline shot put up, no good. Rebounded by Larson. Shot put up, no good. Tip. Now loose ball. And coming up with it is Lucy Hoyt. Lucy Hoyt on the break the other way. Shot is going to be blocked, but there's a foul. Foul's on number 22, and that is Emma Larson. They get a Countryside Co-op, your certified Senex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor. Countryside Co-op, SFB, Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand, and Advent Health of Durand. Visit adventhealth.com. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our live streams possible on our YouTube channel at Durand Broadcasting, WRDN. All right, so first free throw, no good. And next free throw on the way, gets the shooter's roll. 3:49 remaining in the half. 9-2 Assumption. And coming across the timeline now is Savannah Quaid. Get a foul. Guess the foul is on Messiah Lutheran, so the ball will go back to Assumption. As Lucy Hoyt will bring it across the timeline for the Royals. And a pass inside, loose ball, still a loose ball, and it will go off of the Royals, so we'll go back to Messiah Lutheran. Assumption leads 9-2, 2:58 remaining in the first half. Coming across the timeline is Savannah Quaid. Quaid drives into the lane, puts up the shot, gets the shooter's roll. Split two defenders and came right down the lane. Uh-oh, we got someone supposed to inbound the ball. Well, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Whoa, look out. Loose ball, and it's going to come back. It's still a loose ball. Looks like we're going to get a timeout. Yeah, we're going to get a timeout. Timeout Assumption with 2:16 remaining. And thank you to Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. It's tax time. Give them a call at 672-4425 to schedule that appointment today. Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service. Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand. Prime Realty, Durand and Mondovi. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. Adam Super Service, your Napa Gold Car Care Center, downtown Durand. Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. And Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning. With around-the-clock fitness and tanning access, Durand, visit Endless Summer's Facebook page for daily, weekly, and monthly specials from Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning, downtown Durand. Again, please thank our sponsors. They make our live streams possible on our YouTube channel at Durand Broadcasting, WRDN. So the Royals lead 9-4, 2:14 remaining here in the first half. So here we go. After the timeout, Messiah Lutheran will have the ball. Excuse me. And looks like Savannah Quaid's going to get the inbound pass, and we'll bring it up across the timeline. Comes down to the wing. Stolen by Lucy Hoyt. Lucy Hoyt back the other way, whistling a foul. Foul will be on number 20, Savannah Quaid, and so it'll stay Assumption ball. And a bounce pass inside now to Lee. Lee has to send it back out to the wing over to Hoyt. Hoyt back at center court. Hoyt loses the ball. It's going to be off of Messiah Lutheran, number 5, Rail, and she tried to save it but couldn't do it. And so Assumption to inbound it. Bounce pass inside to Mailing. Mailing now will pass it back off. Now Hoyt has, ball stolen. Stolen by Savannah Quaid. Back the other way comes Quaid. Across the timeline. Minute 15 left in the half. Pass inside to Emma Larson. Puts up the shot, up and in. So 9-6 now, Assumption leads. Minute left in the half. And it's across the timeline now. Pass inside, pass intercepted. Intercepted by Emma Larson. She'll stop, shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Quaid. Quaid puts up a shot, no good. Loose ball, still a loose ball, still a loose ball in the lane, and the Royals come up with it with 41 seconds remaining. And Hoyt now will bring it across the timeline. And pass inside now, shot put up and no good. And now back out to the top of the key. Loose ball. Coming up with it is Quaid. Quaid back the other way. Stop in the lane. Puts up the shot, up and in. Inbounded to Hoyt. 5 seconds remaining. Got to hurry. Across the timeline. Quaid. She's not going to get no shot off, and we're at halftime. 9-8. Assumption still leads. We're at halftime, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the second half coming up. All right, we're ready for the second half with Assumption still leading 9-8. Thinking of Bowers LP Gas and Appliance, featuring Frigidaire and Maytag appliances, along with installation and service. Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. Jerry Bear & Sons, featuring dog and pet food from Nutrisource and Diamond, located by Annabis Silo, Highway 25 Durand. Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. The Chenfit Smith Funeral Home, serving the Mondovi area. Give them a call at 715-926-3630 or visit chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com. And Bowerbill Tire and Service, Durand and Mull Drive, Eau Claire. For all of your automotive needs, give Bowerbill Tire and Service a call or visit them online at bowerbuilt.com. All right, we're ready to go. Assumption gets the ball to start. And inbounding it will be Paschal. Paschal to Dorwin now. Dorwin will come across the timeline. Dorwin's pass now will go out of bounds. Pass intended for Gunderson, but she can't hang on. It goes back to Messiah Lutheran. The Royals. Whistle and a travel. Travel on number 13, Paschal, and so we'll go back to Messiah Lutheran. And inbounded to Gwyneth Gergel, and she'll come up across the timeline for Messiah Lutheran. Into the right corner now, and that's Rosendahl. Ball stolen. Stolen by Dorwin. And back the other way come the Royals. Into the corner now. Dorwin on left baseline, puts up the shot, up and in. Elena Dorwin with the basket to make it 11-8, Assumption. Gergel will bring it up across the timeline now for Messiah Lutheran. Gergel goes to the left and now looking for some help. Bounce pass now nearly stolen. And jump ball. It'll stay with Messiah Lutheran. And they'll inbound it to our right at center court. Inbounded to Gergel. Gergel now will bring it across the timeline. At center court. Works off the screen, comes down to the right wing. Bounce pass inside, whistle and a foul. Foul will be on number 2, Izzy Lamb. And it'll stay Messiah Lutheran ball. And inbounding it, inbounded to Gergel. Gergel tries to put up a shot, blocked. Loose ball, coming up with it is Dorwin. Dorwin now to Paschal. Paschal across the timeline. Paschal over to Lamb. Lamb into the lane, puts up the shot, count it, and the foul. The foul's on number 21, Rosendahl. So going to the line to try and complete the three-point play is Izzy Lamb. And on the way, no good. Rebounded, though, by the Royals. That's number 54, Gunderson. Whistle and a jump ball. It'll stay Assumption ball. All right, so they'll inbound it to our right. Inbounded now to Paschal. Paschal tries to put up a shot, partially blocked. Loose ball. Kaylee Gergel comes up with it, passes it off to her sister Gwen. And she'll come across the timeline. On the right baseline, puts up a shot, no good. Loose ball, still a loose ball. Messiah Lutheran puts up another shot, no good. Partially blocked by Lamb, and she comes up with the loose ball. Gets it back over to Paschal. Paschal now pass over to Gunderson. Gunderson top of the key now to Dorwin. Dorwin on the left wing. Now turnaround shot on the left baseline by Gunderson. Shot no good. Lamb crashing the glass. And so foul is, I think, on Gergel, and it will go to the line for 2 is Chloe Gunderson. Royals coming in now is Lizzie Wayne. Number 31, Emma Paschal is coming in. Bella Oth is now in. And Sam Tulip is back in. And Gunderson now for their second free throw. No good. Loose ball and jump ball. It'll go to Messiah Lutheran. And coming up across the timeline now is Gergel. Gergel now passes it over to Rosendahl. Rosendahl on the right wing, pass inside, but a loose ball and whistling a foul. Foul will be on Schreierbeck, and so it'll go back to Assumption. So across the timeline now comes off. Whistling a foul. Foul on Messiah Lutheran. Down to 10 minutes left in the game. Assumption leads 13-8. And inbounded now to Paschal. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by number 20, that's Quaid. Quaid quickly back the other way, but a loose ball. Still a loose ball and a travel. And it will go back to Assumption. So inbounded to Bella Oth. Oth across the timeline now. And passes it over to Wayne. Wayne on the left wing, drives inside, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Assumption, shot put up, no good. Whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Assumption. Foul's on number 25, and that's J.C. Bruner. So inbounded now to Quaid. Quaid across the timeline now, passes it off to Nolander. Nolander into the lane, has to pass it back out to Quaid. Quaid now on the right wing, looking for some help. She'll try to. Oh, it ribs out, no good. Rebounded by Assumption, and with the rebound was Emma Paschal. She'll pass it off to Bella Oth. She'll come down to the right wing. Now she stops into the left wing, and now out to Tulip. Tulip passes it off to Bruner. Bruner drives inside, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Bella Oth, puts up a shot, no good. And a jump ball. It'll stay Assumption ball. 8 minutes remaining. Coming in now, Josie Malin comes in, and nope, we're going to get a timeout. Auto Body and Rod Shop, Madison Street, Durant, featuring metal fabrication, custom painting, car restoration, and collision repair. Durant Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Durant Fresh Market, downtown Durant. Numbers Are Us, common sense bookkeeping, also daily money management, and more. They're a QuickBooks Pro advisor. Call Numbers Are Us at 672-8093. You can also visit them online at Numbers Are Us. Highway 85. Riverside Grill, a Wisconsin country restaurant serving a real taste of Wisconsin. Visit the Orton Room. You can see the restored 1800 Circus poster. Find out how they found the 24/7 in West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Visit www.coop for more information. Please thank our sponsors. Possible on our YouTube channel at Durant Broadcasting WRDN. Bounce pass inside now to Paschal. Paschal bring it back out towards center court. Oh, that's number 22, Hoyt, but she loses the ball. And then she tries to steal it back the other way. Quaid puts up the shot, whistle, and a foul. It's going to line for two, Savannah Quaid. Some foul will be on Quaid, trying to crash the glass there. And so it'll go back to the Royals. Inbounded to Lucy Hoyt, and she'll bring it up court for the Royals. Across the timeline now. Loses the ball, and that is Quaid with the steal. Now we got a whistle and another foul. So it'll stay Messiah Lutheran's ball. And inbounding it on the far side, Katie Rosendahl. And it gets it to Quaid. Quaid left baseline, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by the Royals, and that is Kira Lee with the rebound. And pass is somewhat tipped, but coming up with it is Mailing. Mailing now back over to Bruner. Bruner loses the ball. Quaid, another steal for her. And it wasn't a foul on Assumption. And so inbounded now to Gergel. Back the other way now over to Gwen Gergel. She'll be at the top of the key now. 5:33 remaining. Pass now to Kaylee, and a whistle and a travel. Coming in for the Royals now, number 54, Chloe Gunderson. Also looks like Elena Darwin comes back in. Timeout Assumption now. Thank you to O'Galley Cheese Factory. They're featuring homemade pizza. Visit O'Galley Cheese Factory, Highway 25, Durand. Also, Martin Transport of Mondovi, celebrating their 75th anniversary this year. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. Again, please thank our sponsors. They make our live streams possible. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Durand Broadcasting WRDN. Click the little bell for notification of upcoming events. Also, other live streams like the City Council meeting, future Assumption basketball games, and also interviews that we post as well with a lot of agricultural leaders and other newsmakers as well. It's at our YouTube channel, Durand Broadcasting WRDN. All of our games, tonight's game will be archived to the channel and will be available on the channel by tomorrow. Another game here coming up. All right, so it's Assumption ball. Assumption leads 13-8, 4:56 remaining here in the game. Okay, and inbounded now to Gunderson. She'll come across the timeline. And regains control of the ball. Here comes the trap. And losing it. And Gergel comes up with the steal. She'll go back the other way, up and in. So 13-10 now, Assumption. And coming back up across the timeline now is Darwin. Darwin, whistle and a foul. Foul will be on number 20, Savannah Quaid. And so we get some changes for the Royals. Eddie Yoth coming back in. And inbounded now to Darwin. Darwin over to Gunderson. Gunderson comes into the lane. Now it's to kick it back out now over to Off. Off inside to Gunderson. Tries to put up the shot and blocked, and Gergel comes up with the steal. Ooh, not so fast, Brian. And pass inside. Going to go out of bounds. It'll go back to Assumption. And so inbounding it now to Off. Off across the timeline. Now over onto the right wing to Gunderson. And now that's Bullard. Tries to drive inside and whistle and a jump. So Gergel will bring it up across the timeline for Messiah Lutheran. Over to the right wing now. 2:55 left in the game. Royals up by 3. At center court now. It'll stay with Assumption. So inbounded now to Bella Off. Off across the timeline. Fakes left, goes right. Now bounce pass over to Dorwin. Dorwin left wing. Now back to Gunderson. Gunderson drives inside, puts up the shot. In and out. No good. Rebounded by Gergel. Gergel back the other way for Messiah Lutheran on the break. Down to the right wing. Inside pass down to Quaid. Quaid puts up a shot, whistle, and a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. And first free throw on the way. No good. Couple of changes now coming in. Emma Paschal comes back in. And next free throw on the way. Off the edge of the rim. No good. And rebounded by the Messiah Lutheran. Shot put up. No good. Another rebound by Quaid. Quaid in the lane. Puts up the shot. It rims out. No good. Rebounded by Off. Under 2 minutes remaining. Bella Off now across the timeline. Inside of the corner. Shot put up. No good. Loose ball, still a loose ball, goes out of bounds. And it will stay Assumption ball. Inbounded quickly to Gunderson. She puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Quaid. Quaid back the other way. Pass over into the right corner now to Gergel. Gergel on the right wing. Gergel now trying to fakes left, goes right, comes down to the wing, goes around one defender, and now gets cut off on the baseline. Now she's in trouble. Now it's to get it over to Larson. Larson out to Schreierbeck, and then back to Gergel on the right wing. Approaching 1 minute remaining in the game. And now over to Larson. Larson on the wing, inside pass to Quaid. Quaid puts up the shot, no good. Loose ball. Jump ball. It'll stay with Messiah Lutheran. 52 seconds left in the game. And inbound pass is going to be out of bounds. They'll go back to Assumption. Inbounded to Gunderson. Gunderson now across the timeline for the Royals. Gunderson stolen. Ball stolen by Quaid. Whistle and a foul. Timeout Messiah Lutheran with 40 seconds remaining. Again, we'll have more basketball here coming up. We have another game on the way. And be listening for local news 4 times a day, 7, 8, noon, and 4 on WRDN Radio, 1430 AM and 107.3 FM. Have that. We'll also have that on our streaming audio service as well at our website at realcountry1430.com. And timeout should be done here in just a moment. And then we've got the final 40 seconds of tonight's game. This first game, again, Assumption leading 13-10. And it'll be Messiah Lutheran's ball. To Gurgle. White now in trouble at center court. It'll stay Assumption ball. 16 seconds remaining. And inbounded now to Hoyt. Hoyt nearly loses the ball, but manages to get it to Beloff. Now over to Adioth. Adioth puts up a shot, no good. Loose ball, coming up with it is Tula, and that's the game. Assumption wins it 13-10 in our first game. We have more basketball here coming up. We'll leave the live stream running. Stick around, we have more basketball on the way. All right, welcome back to Assumption School. We're getting ready for game number 2 here. So Lizzie Wayne will be coming out. Kiera Lee, also Sawyer Sabelko is coming out to start in the second game. Chloe Auth as well. Yeah, it looks like Izzy Lamb as well will be coming out to start. All right, we're ready to go. Game number 2 here, and all right, so coming across the timeline now. Number 23, and that's going to be over, I think, to Larson. And now stolen by Sawyer Sabelko. And Sabelko across the timeline, bounce pass inside. And shot put up and in by Sawyer Sabelko to start it off. So 2-0 Assumption. And down to the right wing now, loose ball, and Assumption comes up with it. Sabelko now, a big bomb over to Chloe Auth, and she'll lay it up and gets the shooter's roll. So 4-0 Assumption here early on. And it's across the timeline now. On to the right wing, loose ball, still a loose ball, and a jump ball. So Sabelko to inbound it and inbounds it now to Chloe Auth. And across the timeline, inside pass to Sabelko, up and in. So 6-0 now Assumption. And bounce pass down onto the right wing, stolen by Sabelko. Sabelko back the other way now for the Royals at the top of the key. Over to number 20, that's Wayne, and ball stolen. Stolen by number 4, that's Nolander. Nolander shot put up, no good. Loose ball and jump ball. And so it'll be Messiah Lutheran's ball. So inbounded to our left, inbounded now, and come back out to the wing. And loose ball, and still loose ball, and Sabelko comes up with it, puts up the shot, no shot. A foul before the shot. And so it'll stay Assumption ball as they inbounded on the far end. Inbounded now to Lamb. Lamb tries to put up the shot, stolen. Stolen by, it looks like, Gergel. And back the other way now comes Messiah Lutheran. Across the timeline now over to Nolander. Nolander on the wing. Tries to drive inside, loose ball. Larson comes up with it. Kicks it back to Gergel. Shot put up, no good. Rebounded by Sabelko. Sabelko quickly back the other way now. Inside pass and shot put up, short, no good. Gets their own rebound and shot no good. Tip. And coming up with it is Nolander, and a whistle and a travel. So it'll stay Assumption ball. And Sabelko to inbound it on the far side. bounce pass down to Wayne. Wayne now back to Sabelko. Sabelko right corner. Onto the right wing. Tries to work off the screen. Dishes it off to Wayne. Shot put up, no good. And rebounded by Messiah Lutheran. There's across the timeline Larson. Then loose ball and stolen by Sabelko. Sabelko with the steal now over to Wayne. Wayne, top of the key, drives inside, puts up the shot, no good. Whistling a foul as Lamb going for the rebound. We'll see who that foul's on. I think it's going to be on Squires, yep. And so it will stay Assumption ball. Okay, now we get a whole bunch of changes. Victoria Kurth coming in. Eddie Oth coming in. Let's see, I see number 33, Allie McMahon coming in. Number 10, Emma Hoyt also coming in. And so inbounded to Hoyt. Hoyt on the right corner. Bounce pass inside to Kurth. Kurth whistling a foul. Jump ball. It'll stay. Assumption ball. Kurth to inbound it on the far end. And Kurth looking, and pass out to Oth, but Messiah Lutheran comes up with it instead, and from the top of the key, faking the three. Now here comes a shot from the left wing. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kurth. Kurth now over to Bella Oth across the timeline. Long two. Shot put up no good from the right wing or left wing. Rebounded by Kurth, and now another shot from the right corner, and that is number 10, Emma Hoyt getting the shot. 8-0 Assumption. And that's Quaid. Quaid now will pass it off to Sherbill, and back at center court. Over to Gergel now. Gergel on the right wing. Inside pass, and whistling a foul. And so pair of free throws now as 14:06 remaining here in the first half. And Assumption leads 8-0. First free throw on the way. Gets the shooter's roll. And next free throw on the way. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Kurth. Kurth now over to McMahon. McMahon across the timeline. Comes down to the top of the key now. Pass inside, tipped out of bounds, and it will stay Assumption ball. Kurth to inbound it on the far side. And inbounding it now to Hoyt. Hoyt back inside, a shot put up by McMahon, no good. And quickly back the other way comes number 20, Quaid, and we get a whistle and a foul. And so it'll stay with Messiah Lutheran. 8-1, Assumption leads, 12:54 remaining in the first half. And loose ball, but Quaid manages to come back up with it. And now Larson, bounce pass inside, ball nearly is stolen by Kurth. Kurth now will hand it off to Bella Oth, who will bring it up court. And Oth across the timeline now. Over to Emma Hoyt. Emma Hoyt on the right baseline, back to Kurth. Kurth retreats back to the right wing. Fakes left, goes right now, passes it off back inside now to Kurth. Kurth drives it up and in. So Kurth to Hoyt, Hoyt to Kurth, and 2 points. 10-1 now. Royals. Across the timeline comes Quaid. Onto the left wing now. To the top of the key. And whistle and a travel on Larson. Kurth to inbound, and check that. Oth to inbound it now to our right. Inbounds it to Kurth. And Kurth will come up across the timeline now. Kurth inside pass to Hoyt. Hoyt puts it up and count it, and the foul. So now Emma Hoyt to complete the three-point play. Get a bunch of changes now for, looks like we've got Paschal coming back in. Also Malin coming back in. And free throw on the way, no good. And whistle and a lane violation. So we get to try that again. Violation was on Messiah Lutheran, so we'll try that again. All right, so Emma Hoyt will try again here to get the three-point play. And free throw on the way. This time, she does not get the shooter's roll. Crash in the glasses. Kurth, she puts up a shot, no good. Loose ball, rebounded by Hoyt. Hoyt puts it up and in. So, 14-1 now. Assumption. Across the timeline comes Quaid. Quaid now over to Sherbold. Sherbold tries to drive inside. Has to kick it back out to Quaid. Quaid now onto the wing. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Larson. Puts up the shot. No good. Tip. Coming up with it is Hoyt. Hoyt back the other way. Over to Kurth. Kurth underlays it. No good. And a whistle and a foul. Foul's on Messiah Lutheran, so it'll stay with Assumption. Only get some changes now. Number 21, that's Elsie Weinzerl, will come in. Looks like Sawyer Sabelko's back in. And number 13, Paschal's back in as well. And inbounded to number 32, that's Mailing, but it goes out of bounds on the inbound, and so we'll go back to Messiah Lutheran. Gurgle to inbound it now. Over to Quaid, and they'll come up across the timeline. And down onto the wing now. Over to Nolander. Nolander in the lane, kicks it back out to the top of the key, over onto the right wing. Long to, whoa! What a shot by Savannah Quaid. And it's 14-3, Assumption. Across the timeline now comes Sabelko. And Sabelko now, after the pass off to number 34 off, Sabelko goes down the lane, gets the pass up and in, makes it 16-3. Assumption, 8:32 left here in the first half. Thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. They're your authorized location for monuments from Lifetime Memorials. Countryside Co-op, find out about the Senex Total Protection Plan warranty for your farm equipment today. SFB, Security Financial Bank, secure your future with your community bank. Security Financial Bank, West Prospect Street, Durand, and Advent Health at Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit adventhealth.com for more information. Please thank our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN and online at realcountry1430.com. All right, so 8:32 left here in the first half. It's game number 2, as Assumption leading 16-3. So it'll be Messiah Lutheran's ball. And inbounded to Quaid, who'll bring it up court. Quaid across the timeline now. Onto the right wing. Comes back to the top of the key. Whistle and a foul. So legal screen apparently. And so now coming back in is Lamb and Lee. going out. Melling goes out, and number 13, Paschal goes out. All right, so Assumption ball. Inbounded to, stolen by Quaid. What a steal on that inbound pass. And it's knocked out of bounds in the left corner where we're blocked, and it'll stay Cy Lutheran's ball. Looking down. And this time, I think the ball goes out of bounds. Yep, off of. It'll stay Messiah Lutheran's ball. And tried it again. It gets knocked out of bounds. Inbound it. And this time, ball goes out of bounds, and they try to inbound it to Squires, and she's the last to touch it. So this time inbounded to Sabelko. Sabelko comes up across the timeline, keeps it herself. Now it's stolen. Stolen by Quaid. Quaid back the other way. Splits two defenders, puts up no shot. Foul before the shot. Foul's on Weinzierl. And so it'll stay Squires' ball. Get some changes here. And loose ball on the inbound pass, and it'll be a jump ball. And the ref gets hit in the head. That's pretty funny. So it'll stay the Squires' ball, and we'll try it again here to our left. Looking, and get it inbounded now into the lane. Whoop, travel. Oh, before the shot, we give a foul, okay. Foul's on Edison off. And looking to inbound it, loose ball. Lamb comes up with it. And ball stolen on the pass. Foul will be on Lamb. And so we'll try it again. And inbounded now underneath the basket over to Squires, but ball knocked away. Coming up with the loose ball, number 34, and that is Edison off. She lays it up and in. 18-3 now. Assumption. Across the timeline come the Squires. That is Quaid. Quaid now at top of the key. Ball stolen. Stolen by off. And double dribble, I think. Nope, they're going to call a foul. All right, so it'll be Assumption ball. And off to inbound it. Inbounds it to Weinzierl. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko now on the right wing. Sabelko's pass inside to Lamb, knocked away, and it's a loose ball. Sabelko, though, comes back up with it. Over to Weinzierl, top of the key now, to Lee. Lee fakes the shot. Now she's in trouble, and jump ball. It'll stay Assumption ball. Sabelko to inbound it on the far side. Inbounds it to Lee on the left wing. She'll square up. Shot put up, no good. Rebounded by Auth. Auth back out to Sabelko. Sabelko over to Auth, now to Sabelko. Sabelko to Lee. Lee looking for Sabelko into the lane. Loose ball. She'll come up with it, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Quaid, whistling a foul. Foul's on Sabelko. Kurth back in, Hoyt back in, McMahon back in. And Chloe off back in. Quaid brings it up across the timeline now. Down to the left wing. Looking for it inside. Intercepted by Kurth. Kurth now back the other way. And inside pass now to Hoyt. Hoyt kicks it back out to Kurth. Check that 21 is Weinzerl kicked it back out. Now onto the wing. Inside now to Weinzerl. On the left baseline, whistling a foul. Both teams in the bonus. So the 1-1 now for Weinzerl. And first free throw on the way, in and out, no good. And rebounded by Messiah Lutheran. Whistle and a foul. So now we'll have free throws on this side. So first free throw on the way. The back of the rim, no good. And rebounded by Hoyt. Hoyt back the other way now, across the timeline. Ball knocked down and stolen. And coming back onto our side of the court is stolen again. This time it's Kurth with the steal. She tries to keep it on the break. Loses control though. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Squires. Minute 37 left in the half. Looking, and ball stolen on the inbound by McMahon. Shot put up, no good. Crashing the glass is Kurth. Kurth now over to Weinzerl, and shot put up, no good. This time rebounded by Nolander. And then she loses the ball, coming back the other way. And this time it's Hoyt. Hoyt now runs up, over, lays it, no good. And rebounded by Messiah in a jump ball, and it will stay Messiah Lutheran's ball. And so on the inbound, knocked out of bounds. Try it again. Timeout, Messiah Lutheran. With a minute 15 left in the half, 18-3, Assumption leads. And thank you to Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. It's tax time. Give them a call at 672-4425. Schedule that appointment. Charles LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand, your answer for clean, cost-effective propane for your home energy needs. Prime Realty, Durand and Mondovi. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. Adams Super Service, your Napa Gold Car Care Center, Durand. N-Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. And Inland Summer Fitness and Tanning, with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access downtown Durand. Visit Endless Summer's Facebook page for daily, weekly, and monthly specials from Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning downtown Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our live streams possible on our YouTube channel at Durand Broadcasting, WRDN. So it'll be the Squires' ball as timeout is completed. Again, Assumption leads 18-3. Minute 15 remaining here in the half. And ball nearly stolen on the inbound, and it'll be a foul on the inbound. Foul is on Assumption, so we'll have free throws on this end on the bonus. And free throw on the way, no good. Rebounded by Kurth. And now Auth brings it up across the timeline. Over to McMahon. McMahon bounce pass inside to Kurtz. She loses control of the ball, but regains control. Now it's a loose ball. And coming up with it is Hoyt. It's still a loose ball, and it's a jump ball. It'll stay Assumption ball. 52 seconds left in the half. And Kurth to inbound it. Inbounds it, and that is number 23, and Chloe Auth puts it up and in. And inbounded now to Larson. And stolen. Stolen by Auth. Whistle and a foul. So going to the line for the 1-and-1 is Chloe Auth. Free throw on the way is good. 21-3 now. Assumption leads. And free throw on the way is good. So full court press by the Royals, and ball stolen or knocked out of bounds on the inside, on the inbound pass. It'll stay Squires' ball. And knocked out of bounds again. It'll stay, though, Messiah Lutheran's ball. And this time they do get it across the timeline now. Try to get it inside to Gergel, and she can't hang on to it, so it'll go back to the Royals. And inbounded now to Auth. Auth across the timeline. Over to the wing now to Emma Hoyt in the corner. Inside pass to Kurth. Kurth in the lane. Puts up the shot and gets the shooter's roll. 24-3 Assumption. As down to 15 seconds. Down to 10 now. Down to the right wing. Top of the key. And whistle and a jump. It'll stay Messiah Lutheran's ball. They'll inbound it to our left. Halftime here coming up. And ball knocked out of bounds on the inbound pass by Emma Hoyt. And, they're going to say that Emma managed to knock it off of the inbound player, and so it will go back to Assumption. Over to Hoyt. Hoyt now on the right wing. Bounce pass inside. Shot put up. No good. 1 second left. Another shot. And no good. And we're at halftime. 24-3. Assumption leads at half. And we'll be back for the second half here coming up. And welcome back as we get ready for the second half with the Royals leading 24-3. All right, we're ready to go. And so Assumption will get the ball to start this second half. Addison Oth will be inbounding it here. And to Sawyer Sabelko now. Sabelko over to Wayne. Wayne puts up the shot, no good. Loose ball, and will stay Royal ball. And Sabelko to inbound it. Inbounds it to Wayne. Wayne left wing. Back over to Sabelko. Up. Overthrows the ball, and it will go back to Messiah Lutheran. And so Quaid to bring it up court. Over to Noldiner. Noldiner on the right wing. Bounce pass inside now. Shot put up. No good. And whistling a foul. I think is on Sabelko, and so it will stay Squires ball. Royals lead 24-3. And still looking, and ball knocked down by Sabelko, and coming up with the loose ball was Lee. And now we get a 3-ball. And that 3 is from Allie McMahon. So now, Quaid across the timeline. Onto the wing. That's Nolander, right wing. Bounce pass down to the right baseline to Gergel. Inside pass down, shot put up, no good. Loose ball, and Nolander comes up with it. And then ball stolen. Stolen by Sabelko. Sabelko to Addison Oth. Oth across the timeline to Sabelko. Sabelko to Oth. Oth driving the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Gets her own rebound back to Sabelko. 10-foot shot, good by Sarah Sabelko. Or Sawyer Sabelko, rather. And across the timeline now comes Rosendahl and hands it off to Nolander. Nolander drives into the lane. Has to kick it back out, though. Ball knocked down, but loose ball coming up with it is Larson, but the shot no good, and rebounded by Addison Oth. Oth to Sabelko. Sabelko now has to pass it back out to Wayne. Wayne on the left wing. Back to Sabelko. Sabelko, 15-footer. Oh, another nice one by Sawyer Sabelko. Wow. 31-3 Royals. And coming across the timeline is Quaid. Quaid tries to drive inside. Ball knocked out of bounds by Assumption. It'll stay Squires ball. 31-3 Royals lead. Waiting and looking, and pass is going to be a loose ball. Nolander comes up with it, whistling a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Fouls on Addison Oth, so going to the line is Nolander for 2. First free throw, no good. And next free throw on the way. Line violation over the line on the free throw, so it will go back to the Royals. And Sabelko now will bring it up court. Sabelko down to the wing, inside pass now. Oh, to Oth. Oth drives the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Sabelko crashes the glass and gets the easy money back up and in. So across the timeline comes Quaid. Quaid nearly loses the ball. And whistling a foul. 33-3. Royals lead. So the ball goes back to the Royals, and Sabelko now across the timeline. On top of the key. Over to Wayne. Wayne drives in from the left wing, puts up the shot, gets the shooter's roll. Izzy Wayne with the nice basket. And so now Messiah Lutheran will come up across the timeline. Larson over to Scherbel, and ball knocked out of bounds by Lee. Got a bunch of changes here now for the Royals. Looks like Emma Hoyt's coming in. Addie Oth coming in. Number 13 is Briella Paschel. And inbounded now. Scherbel, and back over to Rosendahl. Top of the key. Fakes right, goes left, tries to pass it inside, loose ball. Foul's going to be on Emma Larson, so it'll go back to the Royals. Weinzierl's also in now for the Royals. Across the timeline comes Paschel to Hoyt. Hoyt now over to Oth. Shot put up and in. 37-3 now. Royals lead, and Messiah Lutheran comes across the timeline, whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Emma Hoyt. All right, so Messiah Lutheran to inbound it. Quick inbound to Quaid. Quaid puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Messiah Lutheran. Shot put up, no good. Another shot in the lane, up and in that time on the third time's charm. That was Larson with that shot. Paschel across the timeline to Weinzierl. Weinzierl now to Hoyt. Hoyt back to Paschel in the left corner. Loses control of the ball, but Hoyt comes up with it. Long cross-court pass now over to Oth. Oth head fakes, drives inside from the right wing, up and in. 39-5 Royals. As Quaid across the timeline now. Onto the left wing. Bounce pass inside. Larson puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by the Royals, and that's Weinzierl with the rebound. Back the other way comes Chloe Oth. Chloe Oth to Paschel. Paschel right wing inside pass. A shot up and in. Nice inside pass to Oth, driving down the lane, and she'll go to the line for two. So Oth's first free throw on the way, no good. And next free throw on the way. Off the edge of the rim, no good. Crash in the glass, Emma Hoyt. Emma Hoyt up and in. And quite across the timeline now. 41-5. Royals lead, and ball goes out of bounds. It should be off of Emma Hoyt, I think. And it will stay Squire's ball. 11:25 left in the game. And inbounded now to Scherbel. And they pass it off to Rosendahl, to Quaid. Quaid on the wing. Bounce pass inside. Shot put up, no good. Rebound shot put up, no good. And loose ball, and coming up with it is Oth. And pass is going to be intercepted. Back the other way now. Quaid goes for pass inside. Shot put up under, laid no good. Coming out with it is Emma Hoyt. Emma Hoyt quickly back the other way. Goes around one defender, overlays it, no good. Rebounded by Paschel. Paschel now back to Oth. Oth puts it up, and shot no good. And another shot put up, no good. And rebounded by Weinzierl. Weinzierl to Hoyt. Into the corner now. Oh, nice pass from the corner into the lane. And that's number 13, Paschel with the shot. Up and in. Quaid across the timeline now. Pass over to Sherbolt. And inside now, loose ball. Larson, though, comes back up with it and whistling a foul. 43-5, Assumption leads. Timeouts. Messiah Lutheran with 10:06 remaining here in the game. 43-5, Assumption leads. Thanks to Bowers LP Gas and Appliance for all of your propane needs, installation and service. Bowers Gas, downtown Durand. Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. Jerry Bear & Sons with custom-made feed for livestock from Hubbard Feeds, located by Annabis Silo, Highway 25, Durand. Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. The Chen Fitzsmith Funeral Home, serving the Mondovi area. Give them a call at 926-3630 or visit them online at chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com. And Bauer Bill Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. For all of your automotive needs, give Bauer Built a call. You can also visit them online at bauerbuilt.com. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcasts possible on our YouTube channel at Durand Broadcasting WRDN. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the little bell for future notifications of upcoming events. We also archive our live stream game broadcasts here. So our 2 games today will be available on our live or on the YouTube channel here by tomorrow afternoon. So the timeout's done. It'll stay Messiah Lutheran's ball. And so they'll come out and we're ready to go. So on the inbound pass, loose ball on the inbound pass, whistle and a jump. It'll stay Squire's ball. And inbounded to Quaid. Quaid comes back over to the top of the key. Ball stolen. And stolen by Weinzerl. Weinzerl to Hoyt. Hoyt now back the other way. Hoyt to Weinzerl. Weinzerl now inside pass knocked away. Coming up with it is Quaid. Quaid quickly back the other way. Puts up the shot under. Lays it no good. Loose ball, and coming up with it is Messiah Lutheran. And now from inside the lane. Shot put up no good. Rebounded by Hoyt. Right across the timeline now. Over to number 32, Melling. Puts up a shot, no good. Loose ball. Off of Assumption, it'll go back to the Squires. Sawyer Sabelko coming back in. Kurth coming back in. McMahon coming back in as well. And inbounded to Quaid. Quaid across the timeline for the Squires. Now onto the left wing. And ball stolen. Stolen by Kurth. Kurth. It's fouled from behind. And it will be Assumption ball. And Sawyer Sabelko will inbound it to our left. .8:10 remaining in the game. Royals lead 43-5. Inbounded pass to Kurth. Kurth lays it up and in. And so now Quaid will bring it up across the timeline. Pass inside, stolen. Stolen by Sawyer Sabelko. And coming up with it is Oth. Oth pass inside, or tried to get it inside to Mailing, but it goes through her arms and it's out of bounds. It'll go back to the Squires. And Quaid will bring it up court. Come across the timeline now. Onto the left wing. And that is Noldner, and puts up a shot. No good. Loose ball in the lane. Jump ball. Yep. And it'll be Assumption ball. Approaching the 7-minute mark. Inbounded to Auth. And Auth will bring it up across the timeline. Auth keeps up, loses the ball. And it's off her leg. Oh, they're going to say it's off of Messiah Lutheran, so it'll stay Royal ball. And Sabelko to inbound it. And across the timeline now. And a shot put up, no good. Tip, loose ball. And on the line, number 4, Moldner. And so it will stay Assumption ball. .6:25 remaining in the game. Royals lead 45-5. And inbounded to Auth at the top of the key. Puts up the shot in the lane. Shot no good. Loose ball, and it will be off of Gurgle. So it'll stay Royal ball. And inbounded to Auth. Auth now into the lane, puts up the tough shot, whistle and a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. So Auth with her first free throw. On the way, is off the glass, good. And next free throw, no good. Rebounded by Kurth. Kurth on the left wing, or on the right wing, rather. Will come back out towards center court. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko inside pass now to McMahon. McMahon kicks it back out to Sabelko. A 3-ball by Sawyer Sabelko from the right wing. Quickly back the other way now. Comes Quaid, whistle and a foul. Foul's on Auth. And so it will stay Squires ball. 49-5, Assumption leads. And inbounded now to Gurgle. Gurgle over to Rosendahl, top of the key. Tries to cut into the lane, can't do it. And pass inside, tipped. But loose ball, I think it's going to be off of Larson, and so it will go back to, come back now to the Royals. And Auth will bring it up across the timeline, approaching the 4-minute mark in the game. And Auth, inside pass blocked, or the shot blocked rather. The shot put up, blocked by Larson. It'll stay Royal ball. So get Hoyt coming back in, Addison Auth coming back in, Weinzerl back in, Chloe Auth back in as well, and Hoyt back in too. And pass now inside, shot put up by McMahon, shot no good. Now a 15-footer, shot no good, loose ball, and coming up with it is the Squires. And they'll go back the other way now, across the timeline. Down to the left wing, trying to drive in on the left part of the lane, can't do it. Now to the top of the key, over to the right wing. On the horn they go, staying on the outside. 3 minutes, 14 seconds remaining. We're going to get over and back. So we'll go back to the Royals. As inbounding it now will be Addison Auth. Addison Auth now to Hoyt. Hoyt, inside pass. That is Weinzerl. Kicks it back out now. A long 2, shot no good from the wing. And loose ball, and whistle and a foul. So inbounding it to our left. Addison Auth. And inbounded to Hoyt. Hoyt fakes the handoff, drives the lane, up and in. Emma Hoyt faked that handoff and was able to get around the defender. 51-5 Assumption. Over to Quaid now. Quaid, top of the key. Pass nearly intercepted and out of bounds. Trying to save it was Nolander, and it will be Assumption ball. Minute 54 remaining here in the game. And inbounded now to Hoyt. Hoyt down to the right wing. Over to McMahon. McMahon now back at center court. Over to Auth. Now long cross-court pass to Edison Auth. Pass inside. Loose ball. Coming up with it is Chloe Auth. She puts up a whistle and a foul. Oh, must have been a travel. All right. So we'll go back to the Squires. They come across the timeline now. That's Quaid. She loses control of the ball, and ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Assumption. And inbounded to Hoyt. Hoyt quickly back the other way now. Over to Weinzierl. Back to Addison Auth. To Hoyt. Inside now to Chloe Auth. Chloe Auth has to get it back out to Hoyt. Ball was tipped, so there's no over and back. Hoyt now comes down to the left wing. Now over to McMahon. McMahon on the right wing. Down to a minute remaining. And nice shot by Emma Hoyt from the left corner to make it 53-5, under a minute remaining. As a pass inside now, loose ball, and jump ball. Nope, travel. So Assumption now to inbound it. Inbounded to Hoyt. Hoyt across the timeline now to the top of the key. Hoyt over to Weinzierl. We get a whistle and a stop. 1-1 now for Weinzierl with 32 seconds remaining. Weinzierl's first free throw on the way. No good. Rebounded by Addison Auth. Puts up a shot. No good. Whistle and a jump. And it will go back to the Squires. 29 seconds remaining. And inbounded to Quaid. Quaid now across the timeline. And over to the corner, or the right wing now. Long cross-court pass knocked out of bounds by Addison Auth. 17 seconds remaining. They'll inbound it now to our left. And inbounded to Quaid. Quaid back across the timeline, down to 14 seconds remaining on the right wing. Quaid tries to drive inside, can't do it. Down to the top of the key in the lane. Shot put up, no good. And rebounded by, well, loose ball now, and that'll be the end of the game as Assumption wins it by a score of 53-5. So that'll wrap up our pair of games tonight. We hope you enjoyed our broadcasts, and we'll be back tomorrow night at the same time on our YouTube channel at 5 o'clock with more Assumption basketball. I'm Brian Winnikins. Have a great evening.